Hey guys, happy Monday. So sorry I am out today. I'll be back tomorrow and I'll pass back your tests from last week and we'll start correcting things, fixing our mistakes, learning what we did wrong. We will retake the test on Friday. So we're going to spend the whole week kind of getting better with all of this linear stuff. You know that you're going to see word problems. They show up. They will show up again on the retake. So we need to get better at them. So we're going to practice 2 right now because that's how we get better, by practicing. So all you have to do is follow along with me, answer the questions that pop up, and it will give you credit for watching and participating with the whole thing. So the situation here is you start a dog walking business and you get paid $15 for every dog that you walk, but you had to purchase a leash and a harness like ahead of time, so that way you have the supplies needed to start walking people's dogs. And those supplies cost you $45. All right, we need to write an equation in slope-intercept form. So that is going to look like y equals mx plus b. The variables are separated. It's y equals, m and b are just numbers. So we got to figure out, and I know from conversations I've had with you guys about the test on Friday, your thing is like, I understand the situation. I just don't know how to like turn that into algebra. So that's what we're going to practice here. First thing you want to do is figure out like what are the 2 unknowns, the 2 things that we're talking about that we need to give a variable for. All right, well, what's the situation with whoever this person is? Well, they're getting paid to walk dogs, right? So I don't know how many dogs I'm going to walk. That's like one of the unknowns here. That's one of my variables. So maybe let's say like D for dogs. And then you got to think, okay, what's the other thing that we're like talking about here? Well, I'm talking about good old Susie and her dog walking business. How much money am I going to make? That's what I'm after. I want to know my money. So we'll say like money made from our business here. So let's put it all together. Of course, you could use X and Y. Doesn't matter. I'm going to say like money usually goes by itself. How much money am I going to make? Well, I'm going to make $15 per dog. Per means multiply. 15D. How do I factor in this 45? Well, think about it. That's a cost. Like I spent money on that. So 15D represents how much money I'm going to make. I've got to factor in, well, I already spent $45. So whatever I make, I'm going to take away $45 because I already spent that. I got to factor that in. Of course, you could write it mx plus b if you wanted to use y and x. So this would be the same thing. Get out of there. 15x minus 45. There it is. All right, now they're going to ask me some questions about my equation here. What would your profit be? Profit's like, how much do I bring home once I factor in all my costs and everything? If I walked 21 dogs. Well, guys, D was dogs or X, doesn't matter how you think of it, you're going to plug that in. So Y is my money, 15 times 21 minus 45. I'm just using this nice equation I wrote for part A. So 15 times 21, I do that in my calculator, that's 315, subtract 45. That equals $270. That is pretty good for walking dogs. I mean, that's a lot of dogs, but dang, that's pretty good. $270. Part C says, how many dogs would you have to walk to make $420? So I don't know if you noticed this, but every time I'm just coming back to, where's my highlight? I don't know where my highlight is, but I'm just coming back to the original equation that I wrote, which is this. So I plugged in 21 for X. Now they give me my money. So I'm going to plug that in for Y. Let's use a different color. We'll use green. So 420 equals 15X or 15D, whatever, minus 45. Now I just have to solve this. So I'm going to get X by itself. I'm going to add 45. And then it's 465 equals 15x. So I divide by 15 on both sides. This is getting sloppy and reaching the bottom, but hopefully you kind of get the idea. I would have to walk 31 dogs. 465 divided by 15, 31. Okay, so it's a lot of like using your equation here to answer questions. All right, one more situation. You start shoveling snow for your neighbors and you make $20. So again, I'll like kind of circle stuff as I go. Not in that way. Hold on. Oh, you can't see it maybe. Here we go. There we go, sorry. So you make $20 for every driveway that you shovel. Technical difficulties, get out of there. Exit the drawing, that's not what I want. Okay, whatever, we're gonna look past that. You make $20 for every driveway that you shovel, and you need to buy a shovel and some extra materials, and that stuff's gonna cost you $55. This is the same exact thing. So here we go, let's write an equation. I'm gonna go straight for X and Y. If you wanna use something else, that's cool too, but Y is again gonna be, I'm representing my earnings per driveway. So that kind of told me like what my variables are. Y is my earnings or my money. X, like it was dogs, it's now driveways. You can use whatever letters you want, it really doesn't matter. But my money made is gonna be, well, I make $20 per driveway. Per means multiply. I already have a cost, so don't add that in. That doesn't count as money made. That's money spent. Subtract 55. There's my equation. They ask me, what would my profit be if I shoveled 15 driveways? Plug that in for X. Okay, put that in your calculator. 20 times 15 is 300. Subtract off that $50 for $55 for supplies, 245 bucks. Pretty good. You guys can actually make a lot of money doing all this stuff. Now they say, okay, well, how many driveways do I need to shovel in order to make enough money to buy, a gaming console for this much money? I need to make that much money. So you're going to plug that in for Y there. Okay, I want you to figure that out and answer the question. I will see you guys tomorrow.